Hello and welcome to the Breaking Bitcoin Market Update. It is Tuesday, February 2nd, 2021. Epic all-time high breakout rally in progress on Ethereum. Are you guys on the right side of this trade? Maybe. But that's just how the market goes sometimes. Sometimes DOGE moves against you and sometimes Ethereum just breaks up. To discuss all this and more, of course, we have two of our analysts with us today. Alex, I think you've completed your move. You're officially parked in the new office. How's that looking for you?
Pretty empty.
Pretty barren.
I am currently sitting on the floor with my computer, but
the bare
I am
essentials.
moved. So yeah, I just need more furniture is what I need.
Alright,
Yeah, sell a couple ETH, make it nice.
time for a quick trip over to IKEA and get you one of those sit-stand desks. What do you say? All right, let me turn up.
It blew Jack's mind that my state doesn't have an IKEA.
Yeah, we have like five
Why
in
would
my.
they make an IKEA in Iowa? There's no wood there. It's all.
How
corn
dare you just DOS me?
It's all cornstalk.
It's all corn.
Like five in my immediate area, so I was a little surprised to hear that you don't have
Yeah.
a single one in your state.
Well,
But
we
hey,
can buy alcohol past 8 o'clock, so I'll take it.
They got like two near Chicago, so I guess that's something. All right,
Yeah.
let's, of course, second analyst chiming in. That's Jason with us today. Jason, I guess you're keeping well from the sounds of it.
Oh, yeah, baby. I mean, like I said yesterday when we were on the stream, with the price action that we're getting, I unhedged because of the 13 EMA, but we're still below the 60 hole. So I think that this is a good moment to just unhedge and kind of sit on my hands, which so far has been the right idea because we have pressed to the upside, which would have been keeping me under. I would have been losing Bitcoin in my hedge. So right now we're just still waiting for a good signal. I mean, of course, Ethereum just hit an all-time high, which is great. But looking at the chart that I have seen so far, there's a good chance that we might get some throwback before we get continuation to the upside. We just can't know. So sitting on my hands, just letting my Bitcoin appreciate at this point has been the move.
All right, brilliant stuff. Glad to hear everything is well on that front. Of course, today, guys, we're going to be having our usual 2-hour installment of Breaking Bitcoin Market Update. Thank you to everybody joining us this morning.
Make sure to hit the like button, guys, for that new intro. That was pretty sweet. Jack
Yeah, if you like
went ahead and built us a new intro. We had the
New
Mayan
intro.
pyramids. We had the Egyptian pyramids. All great stuff.
Yeah, we're building multi-generational wealth here, guys. We're building
Illuminati confirmed, guys.
Yes, complete confirmation.
We're trying to take their jobs.
Have a bona fide card-carrying member of the Illuminati here. But seriously, guys, we're trying to build something that's greater than us here, trying to build some serious wealth and trying to...
It's more important to me that we educate people because here's the thing. Traditional markets and markets in the way that they work, I believe they couldn't work the way that they did if people were more informed.
I think the markets are more sophisticated than we give them credit for, but indeed, there's corruption. Sure. There's corruption in all human institutions, and I think what some of our gripes relate to that. With that said, guys, let's...
That's why Jack wants to destroy all human institutions.
Yes,
yeah,
I have
waiting for the space commies to get here.
We will replace them with our own new system, guys. It's going to be a brave new world. But let's get into the show schedule. Just going to remind everybody how the show goes. We get a lot of new members coming through lately, so sometimes we got to refresh everyone how we do things here and for the Breaking Bitcoin Market Update. Yes, this is a 2-hour show, everyone. In the first hour, we're going to go from this intro into the news real quick, touch on majors like Bitcoin and Ethereum before we get into alts. Finally, by the second hour, we're getting into the AMA, aka chart request section. Anybody's got chart requests, questions, anything like that, drop them in the live chat. I'll be collecting them during the course of the show. We will get to them, and hopefully we have enough time to do them all. Lately, you know what? We've been almost overwhelmed,
cranking through them,
inundated with extra requests and interest. We're having trouble almost getting through them now that we're hitting this critical interest level from the audience. So
yes.
anybody...
Please don't drop 4 and 5 at a time. That makes things a little difficult. I mean, if we like get through them and you want to drop more later on, that's totally cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
But dropping 4 and 5 at once, it's like, I want to make sure all our members get, something like that. So.
Here, it's good practice for you in your trading system because once you do actually build a system, you're going to come across the day when you have 6 or 7 signals that look good, but you have to pick only a few of them. So in your mind, narrow them down to one and then throw that one out there. And if there's time at the end, we can throw more of them.
For sure. All right. Let's quickly look at bubbles, guys, and then we'll get into the next part. I see Doge is down 18% today, currently around 33 cents. 3 cents, not 3 cents. All right. So Doge still kind of hanging in there, if I dare say so. But I think the course has run. DOGE has run its course. What can I say? Doge has run its course. And rest in peace to anybody who bought the top of Doge. You might be waiting another 4-year cycle for the mania to return.
Memes, guys. These are pumps. These are designed to get you in. Like, if you're buying after the news article came out, you are going to be the bag holder. I promise.
Beyond that, we got Cardano up a big 21% today. Cardano, I think, also at all-time highs. So, shout out to anybody caring and believing in Cardano. Cardano, by far, one of the leading competitors, waiting, I guess, to hit Ethereum, as Ethereum might falter during its transition to 2.0. A lot of Ethereum competitors waiting in the wake, looking to overtake the leading smart contract platform. I guess when Ethereum has a big day, so it rubs off on some of these competitors, such as Cardano. So shout out to anybody holding Cardano. We'll take a look at that in a little bit. Luna up 18% today. We've got Maker up 17%. Solana, which we were talking about on yesterday's show, 17%. H-bar up 10%. BAL also, you remember we had the BAL request? BAL.
Yep, BAL.
Yesterday on the show, 18%. UMA up almost 18% as well. So, guys, I'm enjoying the crypto season, even with the Wall Street.
It's an interesting one right now because, I mean, we're hitting all-time highs on ETH. Bitcoin is not necessarily selling off here, and we're still seeing alts appreciate, which is crazy.
I have a question. Why is the XRP bubble yellow?
I think that means that they just gave up on it and they're selling it.
Oh, you know what it is? I have a star on it. Whoops.
Oh, you only have XRP starred.
Wow.
I think that was.
Comes out.
The truth comes out. Jesus, Jack.
By accident, I assure you. But
oh yeah, one accident. Sure.
You gotta keep your eyes on XRP, guys. It's a bellwether for our space. Maybe not.
Jack's in the background, just like losing all of his money to XRP and act like, no, I don't have any part of that.
You caught me. All right, I bought the 75-cent top on XRP. I was convinced. I was reading the forums. I was reading the 4chan. People told me something big was coming on Monday, 8 a.m. So I got out of bed bright and early, 6 a.m. I bought the top.
You bought the news.
Yeah, and I got smoked. 75-cent XRP. In the bag, permanent holder. Nah, I'm just playing. You know, I'm not much of an XRP. Yeah. I'm still waiting for my 8-cent XRP. Then I'm going to back up the truck. Fingers crossed we can still see it. But XRP currently around 30-something cents. All right, guys.
XRP lover.
I've said enough about the bubbles. Let's head into the... let's shout out the audience, and then we'll quickly cover the news. And actually, you know what? Before I do that, first, I'm going to get to the poll. Let's get into the poll. Let's see here. Did I didn't. All right, stand by, guys. Or actually, Jason, can you drop the community YouTube, our channel / community link in the live chat?
Yeah, no problem.
If you could. It'll be easier for me to get into that right now with everything on the screen. I'm going to pull up the poll. I forgot to retrieve the link for the poll, but we got an interesting poll for everybody today, and we'll see if anybody can chime in on this one. Kind of relevant to our news stories coming up. In the meantime, let's take a look at who's in the chat today. And Cat Futures, one of our channel supporters, first one through the door today. Alexander King was right behind him, and Alexis DaCosta right behind him as well. All three of them dabbing in the live chat early this afternoon. Gotta love those dab avatars courtesy of YouTube. Here we go. Got the cracking crypto / community link just dropped in the chat courtesy of Jason. I'm gonna quickly move over to that for just a second. Let's see here. Is it? Yep, it's coming up. Perfect. All right, today's poll, guys. Let's check this out. Are you holding Ethereum? What is your Ethereum price prediction for 2021 is our poll for today. We've got 5 potential responses for you guys to consider. The first one is, yes, I'm holding Ethereum, and we're going to go to 2,000 this year. So if you're If your price prediction is a little more on the mild side, a little more reserved, this $2,000 prediction for holding Ethereum is for you. Second one is, yes, I'm holding Ethereum. We will get to $3,000 this year. If you're more bullish on Ethereum, if you think we're going to take this bull market all the way to a $3,000 Ethereum, the second response is yours. All right, these next two are for people not holding Ethereum. This one is, no, I'm not holding Ethereum, taking Cardano ADA to $5 instead. Are you a Cardano bull? Are you looking for the flipping to potentially happen? Cardano to $5 is right here. This third option is for you. Fourth option is also a no, I'm not holding Ethereum. I'm taking DOGE to 1 cent instead. Yes, are you on the DOGE train? Are you riding it down all the way to hell? This fourth option is for you.
All the way to hell. All the way to hell.
Finally, this fifth option
goes to hell.
Finally, this fifth option is for those who are not involved in crypto whatsoever. If you just stumble across our poll, or you're just kind of browsing, window shopping the crypto YouTube space, this fifth
Who's
one's
this
for you.
Apollo 2021 guy?
I don't know. What's he doing? Save $100. I don't know. Right click, ban. We're gonna have to turn up.
See you on the moon, Apollo.
We're gonna have to turn up our shields on the Millennium Falcon today. I think we're getting more and more space bandits coming through our shores. But yes, final option is no, I'm not interested in crypto right now, so leave that there. I'm gonna vote now. Let's see here. How bullish am I on Ethereum? You know what, guys? I'm a mega bull. I'm gonna pick the second option. I'm definitely holding Ethereum, and I'm definitely looking forward to a $3,000 Ethereum this year.
I think 2,000 is a low ball argument for the whole year, but that's, I mean, considering we just hit an all-time high, I would assume that we're gonna hit another one. But I mean, if we do tend to have a reversal in the market here, I mean, we could have quite a few months down. But I think 2,000 is pretty generous. Not generous. I'm sorry, conservative.
It could be.
Yeah, I think it would be conservative if we break up from here.
Yeah,
I
for
think
sure.
2,000 is a super conservative target.
Could be. But I factored in how Bitcoin seemingly topped out around 40. Given Ethereum's gains for the last 12 months. I thought maybe 2,000 was a reasonable lower end estimate, but yes, it seems that I'm in the majority. 41% of respondents so far to the 17 votes saying they are taking Ethereum to $3,000. We've got
one Ethereum equals one stimulus check.
That's one way to look at it. Get those stimmy checks, guys, in the air.
Stimmy.
And wave them like you just don't care. All right, I'm going to get back to shouting everyone out, and we'll get straight into the next segment. All right, we've mentioned these guys. Ron Legato's in here. S. Hyatt is in here. B. Flo, Jose Alves, also one of our channel supporters. Thank you so much for your support. We've got Daniel, another channel supporter, coming through saying, hey guys, thank you so much for supporting us as well. Tyler Dukacek is in here. Ron Legato. We got Crypto Bull does our timestamping. Thank you so much for your excellent work on the timestamps. David Rice is in here. I think I saw a comment in here. He's rolling one up. Yes. Sparked one for the homies. Jose Alves asking if there's a big pullback incoming. We'll get into that shortly. Bird, the one. Several people commenting on the new intro. I'm glad you guys like that.
Pretty dope.
Artistant is in here. Todd is in here. Carter Heavy Industries is in here. Loot Patient, Mac W. Dan the Ent. You know what? I think I forgot to shout this guy out yesterday. He became a channel supporter, like I think right at the end of yesterday's show. So yeah, thanks. Congrats to Dan Ent for joining the channel. Thank you for your subscription. Thank you very much.
Much appreciated, friend.
Welcome aboard. Jezzacoin is in here. Subtext is in here. Dark Rico, of course. Conscious Criminal. AM is in here. Skokie Cat. Wayne Arnott. Mbait22, Floyd, Goblin Moblin, who also joined our premium recently. Finally, Platinum User, and mentioned him. Your boy Elite is in here. Shoutouts to your boy, Mr. Unicorn, a channel supporter. Thank you so much, Mr. Unicorn, for being with us again today and your continued support. All right, thank you for this reminder. Sean Agini is in here, Lucas Jones, and finally Peckham 08 and Fat Mike 11. If I missed anybody, my apologies, but thank you to everybody joining us this afternoon. Should be a rockin' entry in the Breaking Bitcoin Market Update series. Finally, let's move in.
A rockin' entry.
Let's
love it.
All right, no distractions. Keep it moving. All right. First story related to Ethereum. Ethereum derivatives data suggests that traders expect prices above $2,000. Kind of reminiscent of the poll we currently have before us. Data shows 99.5% of the neutral to bearish Ethereum put options will become worthless above 1360, leaving bulls with a significant advantage for the foreseeable future. So apparently, the options market on Ethereum implies there's enough put option open interest will become worthless if Ethereum is about 1360, pointing to a potential bullish outbreak condition. We're going to have Alex give us his thoughts concerning Ethereum. But yes, Ethereum at all-time highs currently. It broke through 1500 earlier this morning. It's looking pretty good. Next one, of course, is Cardano. Price surges 30% ahead of big milestones. Cardano's price, of course, has been shooting up in recent months, and now it's hitting levels last seen in January 2018. All right, so maybe Cardano's not at all-time highs, or it's kind of flirting with all-time highs. But yes, congratulations to anybody holding Cardano. Up about 30% day over day. Currently around 45 cents. And yeah, shout out to anybody holding Cardano. Of course, I think this article goes into saying that there's several big developments coming to Cardano's blockchain in the near future. So Cardano well underway to potentially becoming a legit competitor to Ethereum. Will the community embrace it? That's tough to say. Alright guys, I don't want to spend too much time. News is not too exciting today. We know what's happening. Ethereum,
How is the news not exciting, guys? ETH hit all-time highs.
Well, yes, but that's more chart and less news. Besides
I think it's pretty good news.
Wall Street bets. I see GME's having a bit of a meltdown. Of course. Hold the line. And similar things are happening, I think, in silver and other
yeah, I think the people who thought that silver was going to do a lot more are probably pretty disappointed this morning.
Yep. All right. Let me
it gets down pretty
mic,
hard,
guys. It seems to be coming in a little low. Probably a little better now. All right. I'm gonna hop into the next scene. I'm gonna get Alex up on the board here. Here we go. Let's just fix one little element here. All right, Alex. I've got you on screen.
Okay.
We've got the Bitcoin USD chart on screen. I'm gonna go into the live chat. I'm gonna start collecting people's requests. And I'll let you do your thing for now.
Okay, so not a great day for the bearish case, if you ask me. So Bitcoin here, as you can see, depending on how you want to draw it, it doesn't really matter. We more or less have a breakout of the downtrend as of today. Let's see, I've got this drawn a few different ways. Here you can see on CME, got a confirmed breakout. This is Coinbase. So this is starting to look pretty good. I know some people are already targeting like 40K. I'm not necessarily there yet. We're still below the daily baseline, but Bitcoin is starting to shape up a little bit here. Alts are still the far better choice, though. I mean, essentially, if you buy Bitcoin right now, who knows how long you're going to be going sideways here. Mm-hmm. And alts have shown that they're just kind of ready and raring to go.
If crypto bubble speaks to anything.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's take a look at Ethereum. I know that's the one that everybody wants to see. So today would have to be just a real fake out to not end up staying above this level at this point. As you can see, we've curled up here on our oscillator. We don't have quite that much momentum yet. We still need more. But this is all setting up for an Ethereum long here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just worry about the throwback.
yeah, at the end of the day, I'm gonna have to. I'm probably gonna have to dump my short, even if we might end up, throwing back here. What can I say? You know, when the system is telling you that it's almost time for a long, at that point, you gotta look to get out of your shorts. So, we'll see how today ends up closing. But for right now, if we close anywhere above like 1400, then I'd have to say it's a go on Ethereum. Ethereum Bitcoin is also winding up here. Here we go. Held really well here above resistance, now support. We haven't reclaimed the daily trend yet, but like I said, it is shaping up, especially because we're about to get a continuation long signal here. Well, it looks like I'm going to have to eat my bearishness on Ethereum by the end of the day. We'll see. It is going to be very painful to crawl out of that short I'm in, but, well, it's better than holding.
It's part of the game, guys.
Yeah, I know.
Doesn't mean you like it when it happens, but...
Hey, listen, in this game, if you get it right, 65% of the time you're killing it. So
exactly.
Well, we'll just take our lumps and move on to greener pastures. So, yeah, Ethereum could be along by the end of today. Let's go ahead and look at the various alt baskets.
And just a quick adage to that, people who are new to this and just listening, part of trading is being able to cut your losses quickly as well, not ride them out. Your job is not to be right. Your job is to trade your system. And once it gives you that exit signal, I don't care if it's going to pull back, get out of it. You just need to get yourself square again, let your things reset, and look for your other signals. Because the longer you ride these things will be the time that you're like, okay, this is just a little bit, and then you ride it a little lower, or higher if you're short, and then by the end of it, you've lost 100% more than you should have.
Yep.
Don't be
that is exactly how it happens.
You got to be able to cut your losers, guys.
Uniswap here is Uniswap pairs are a little concerning in that we are still at resistance. I mean, you can see here on the VPPR we have all this resistance here above us. That being said, our system is almost giving us along. We're a little shy on enough momentum here to be able to fire. But our oscillator's good. We're above the daily baseline, so we may yet get along on Uniswap pairs here, but it could be a few more days yet. We'll see. Dragon Perp, aka Asian pairs. These are it's not there yet. We're still here at resistance, but we have started to break up, so that is it's encouraging. This is still kind of lagging behind. DeFi and Uniswap were previously ahead. Privacy coins were looking very good. Today, DeFi just kind of trading sideways, not necessarily anything to be concerned about. Let's see here. It's still not necessarily anything to be concerned about, as long as we hold this trend. We've held it pretty well so far. I would start to become a little concerned about DeFi coins if we did finally break this, though, because obviously DeFi is supposed to be strong and getting stronger, right? If it's going parabolic, then we should see it come up off of this trend and start to move up.
What a trend.
If we start to break below this trend, that's a bad sign. But for right now, there's really nothing to tell us to get out of DeFi at this point. So DeFi coins are still a hold. Privacy coins still technically at resistance here. We're within the previous trading range, but it's starting to get to the point where we're going to be looking for long soon. Sorry, I'm looking down here trying to figure out whether or not we actually already have a long signal. If you guys are wondering what I'm looking at. Yesterday might be a long signal on Privacy Perp here. Let's look at it. Yeah, this is a long signal. Okay. I remember talking about this yesterday. We looked at some privacy coins and I was like, I can't do this. I gotta go. Okay. Remind me. Well, let's take a look at privacy coins again in a second. Let's see if there's anything there. Exchange coins like BNB. it looks like this is still a go.
Mm-hmm.
Probably just a pullback today and then continuation. What's the weekly look like here? Yeah, this is a really strong weekly candle. I would be incredibly surprised if we, somehow we trace
Sell
this
off
and
from
then
there.
ended up. Yeah. So I don't know exactly where we're going to want to enter here on BNB. What would be a good entry place? Maybe back near this resistance, like right down here, near 47, 46 bucks. I wouldn't buy up here near 50. But I think we can expect BNB to continue in this spot.
Shout out to anyone who took that trade. In the general chat, I came through and posted a BNB BTC trade on Sunday.
Yeah.
For everyone. I wasn't going to take it because I wasn't going to trade the weekends, but it closed at 0.0013, and I mean, you've already cleared 2 take profits, so congrats to anyone who did take that. I know a few of you did because I got a few messages, but BNB looks good.
This all-perp contract, which, by the way, I believe does have Ethereum in it. I believe Ethereum is part of the all-perp contract.
Okay,
Let's check
that. Makes sense. Yeah, that's a good thing to know.
Whoops. Okay, there we go.
As for the live audience, just a quick reminder, I am collecting your requests currently. Stand by, we will be getting to those in a bit.
Yep. Here we go. So alt perp is BCH, BNB, EOS, ETH, Litecoin.
Oh, yep, ETH, sorry.
Yep. Dot, Link, and ADA. Okay. So these are like essentially the major, I'm making air quotes, alt pairs, which is very interesting because obviously originally DOT was not part of the alt perp contract, but now DOT is what, number 4, number 5? I think XRP briefly flipped it.
Mm-hmm.
This is. I'm gonna have to zoom in even more, but it's looking like this is a long signal.
Yeah, you need to wait till close, but you are above the dead zone. It's everything you need. Rising explosion level.
Yeah.
Just wait
These
till
little blue
close.
dots right here. Trying to make sure this bar is above that. Yeah, I think we might be good to go here. So, also.
Can't wait till we go back in time.
Yeah. ADA here, looking strong. Not quite a continuation signal yesterday because we had dipped below this. We were just too strong here, but we could still trade sideways in this area for a while. As you can see, this is a pretty strong consolidation area. This kind of zone right in here. There you go. Here, let me delete these other lines. Just make it less visually confusing. There we go. This works. So yeah, this area right here, strong consolidation area. We could consolidate a little bit more here before breaking up, but I think overall ADA looks good to continue onwards. So you can see the break of the downtrend here that happens way back in 2019. Something along these lines. We curl up, we retest our point of control at the bottom, and now we're coming up off of that. So perhaps a little trading sideways, but I think ADA is good for perhaps a longer term multi-week hold here. Surely we can get a better USDT pairing somewhere. Here we go. So this is the resistance that we're breaking right now. Right here, roughly 35-cent area. I think 60 and $1 are two good places to shoot for here. So 60 is essentially this support / resistance area right here. 60, 65 cents. And right up here at $1, we have the start of this Bittrex market right here. And Do I have any other place where I can get? Maybe CoinTrader. Well, I can use CoinTrader.
Shout out to B-Flow if he's in still in Yo-Yo, and his trailing take profit should have just activated.
There we go. Now this is the kind of data we needed here, right? Okay. Boom. Here is support, resistance, resistance, resistance here. We're breaking above it. Very bullish, if you ask me. So this big trading range right here is kind of its own little thing. It's basically an unretested structure. We haven't been here since the bull run. This is the last bull run. So we could consolidate here a little bit, but I imagine we will shoot through this area. If you're holding on to Cardano, I probably wouldn't let it go until we at least tapped the old all-time high here.
Yeah. Can you,
Jason,
VPVR out on that? Can you hear me?
I can't pull VPVR out on this. Not on CoinTrader.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I was gonna say I'm willing to bet that there's low liquidity nodes in there that it just slices right through.
Here, this could work.
Beautiful. Look at it. Yeah, there's barely anything on VPVR.
Yeah.
I bet you slice right through there, like you said, and at least tap the old high.
There we go.
Definitely interesting times on the charts, to be honest with you. Like that looks bullish.
Yeah, strong weekly continuation signal will be crossed up at the end of this week. So yeah, this chart is telling us the same thing though. 60 cents and $1, and then of course there's always the top of the wick, the $1.40 area. So I would presume if this is the area you're entering, these are the 3 targets that you're going to want to look at. And then even if we tag this area, we'll probably pull back, and then you'll be able to re-enter if you think it's so bullish that you like, no, I still want to be in Cardano. You can do that, but I would still take profit in these areas. Okay, so yeah, I think Cardano looks really good here. Let's look at EOS, which is another one of the alt perps. We know EOS is kind of it's exhibiting bottoming behavior at the very least. So we're still kind of trapped within. Let's get this out of our way. There we go. Still kind of trapped underneath the support resistance level here. It's support. We get flipped. Now it's resistance. Boom. So we're still underneath this area right here. This is our bottom. This is part of the trading range that we have to hold right here. It's our point of control where the most volume is transacted. It's usually very bullish when the point of control is near the bottom, because this is where whales and stuff are filling their bag. It's near the bottom part. So
liquidity hunt.
Yeah, so far I would say there's really nothing for us to do here on EOS Bitcoin. This could keep trading sideways for a while here.
I kind of assume it will.
Yeah. For now, I see us as still below resistance on EOS. We nailed an EOS long from here to here. I think we hit one take profit. We'll probably be stopped out at the end of the day. EOS is just not there yet. I'm waiting for it, guys. It's probably going to be huge because we've had this long consolidation period. Mm-hmm. Can we get an even older chart? Let's see if we can find an older EOS USD chart.
What is the oldest EOS chart?
Gosh, maybe Coinbase, could be Bitfinex.
Yeah, I think Bitfinex will be the oldest.
There we go.
There we are.
So, guys, this is
funny thing
where we are. There you go.
That.
Now you can see what we're looking at on EOS here. We're losing volatility, but we are holding this support level, and right here, this point of control. $2.65. Where all this volumes being transacted, and now here we are. We're breaking out of this. It's just not quite ready for us. We just want a strong signal, and we don't have that yet. Again, the reason why we don't want to take is not because I don't think it's going to break up here. I do think it's going to break up here. I think this is a perfectly beautiful long basing period. Very boring. Basically, anybody who is not in EOS for the long term is out at this point. Like who's swing trading EOS right now? No one. There's no volatility, right? So this is all really beautiful for a long basing period. I think EOS can really go for it. I would want to see EOS. Yeah, I would want to see EOS do what a lot of the other coins are doing. Re-challenge old highs, $7, $10, $20. But it may not be this month, I don't want to sit in it for a month while I could be another alt.
Yeah, it's important to remember that that's a weekly chart.
Yeah. So, yeah, this is like this space right here is 6 months. So if you're like, oh, look how bullish we are, then you're still sitting in it. So I know. Oh.
I think that it's kind of funny looking at the weekly chart of EOS right there. It kind of mimics the pattern on BTC on the daily to me.
What do you mean?
I mean, just look at just at first glance, the way that we're trending down this this pattern that's coming down. Now we're starting to break above it. I think the BTC looks very similar on the daily.
Well, I mean, I agree it does in like a
just fractal
in a relative sense. Like it's a potential accumulation pattern at a low.
Yeah.
But
I just think it's interesting.
Okay. So
of
EOS,
course, Bitcoin's stronger, but
yeah, Bitcoin has been stronger.
Yeah. Well, than EOS, of course.
DOT here, I still feel like DOT is maybe hanging out at a high rather than waiting to break out even further. Let's turn off the baseline for a sec.
Ooh. It's important to remember all possibilities here, folks.
Yeah. And so even a retest of the previous high here is like a 30% drop. There's no reason you should be taking a long here because there's no... Well, I suppose you could take a lower time frame long and have your stop be here, but there's no reason you should be taking anything higher time frame and not expect to have to deal with this with a pullback to at least $10. I just, I don't see DOT going further without some kind of pullback in this spot. It doesn't necessarily, I'm not saying, DOT to zero or anything like that. Just, it's just something healthy. BCH, just not there yet. We're waiting. Anytime now, buddy. But, until we get some more bullish movement, this is still just it's consolidating. I feel like sellers kind of exhausted themselves here. It would be a little surprising to see BCH Bitcoin push down further. I kind of expect this to turn out a little bit like Litecoin, where we hang out around the lows that we broke out of. So here's Litecoin, Bitcoin. Please get out of my way. Thank you. So you see, we break out on volume, and we retest it on volume, but we hold it. We hold this bottom, and we hold the broken trend line. So that is what I would like to see here on BCH. So we break it on volume, sure. Now we're retesting it. We have to hold this area. So we'll see. But for right now, BCH is not ready yet, just like EOS is not ready yet. Mm-hmm. Litecoin is starting to look really interesting now that we're coming up off of the bottom here, but we still don't have a lot of volume behind us. So that's something that I would like to see.
Yeah, and Litecoin's been a little bit of a laggard here, so glad to see it get some pumps out of it here.
why don't we do some chart requests?
Let's do it.
Let's take a look.
I've got a few questions lined up that have to do with some of the majors we looked at, so maybe we can go over these first before we dip into the full AMA section. Let's see here. I got a few questions. This one was early in the chat. Jose Alves was asking Jason, do you see a major pullback incoming? I'm not sure which market that was in relation to, maybe just a general sense, but
here's the thing on that, because that's kind of a double-edged question in the sense of, do I think markets are going to go up and down? And yes, but at the same time, right now, it's just impossible to know that. It's one of the reasons why I'm kind of sitting on the sidelines, really waiting for a good trending signal, because we absolutely could bust above here and then get some major throwback. That's an absolute possibility. So I think that you should always take both ideas into account, especially when we're in a range like we're in right now, because it could go both ways. That's the importance of sitting on the sidelines, not making a decision until the market proves to you which direction it's going to head, because we could easily get some big candles and then throwback that just wipes a bunch of people trying to long.
Oh, and by the way, guys, here's XRP. Look at XRP
Beauty.
and tell me if you think it's a good idea to still be in XRP, because that is just such a huge rejection wick from the pump from earlier in the week. And B-Flow, I think you're the one who asked me weeks ago if I thought that it would be possible to score an exit on XRP back up near these areas, and I think that was it.
I agree. I think that was a pump for a bunch of people to get out of their coin.
Yeah, I think that was quite an orchestrated pump, and man, that's ugly.
It really is. Sorry to anyone who was in that thinking that was going to be a good idea. I know how that feels, and that one's a pretty quick one.
I saw XRP trending like crazy over the weekend. Everybody was counting on the mega breakout. Promises were made that something big was coming down the pipeline on Monday. You had to be holding XRP, and apparently it was just a wicked opportunity to get dumped on. To kind of segue into Jose's question here, how do I feel about it? I think XRP is kind of a good demonstration that this entire hype cycle that we're currently in might just be a great opportunity for whales and insiders to dump on all this money retail's bringing to the table. I'm proceeding with caution, guys. I'm still fundamentally really bullish, but you gotta wonder if there is some pain up ahead. Are we due for a pullback? It's tough to say, Jose, but thank you for the question. I had another question.
We have to say no way, Jose.
That's
sorry, because
no way, Jose.
That's a classic. Okay. Let's see. I had another question here. This was from Mr. Unicorn, one of our channel subscribers. Still hanging out for a daily short on Bitcoin. Willy Woo doesn't think 29 will break. What do we think? What do you guys think about Bitcoin's current support and hanging on to a short?
You guys know I'm still bearish. I cannot help it. Especially, Bitcoin is still below the daily baseline, guys.
Mm-hmm.
I totally understand being more bullish on Ethereum here because of what Ethereum Bitcoin is doing, which means Ethereum is diverging from Bitcoin. As Ethereum Bitcoin goes up, Ethereum goes up more than Bitcoin does.
Mm-hmm.
But Bitcoin itself, even if we tap 40K again, I wouldn't necessarily consider it super bullish, although it's certainly more bullish than hanging around 30K. I would need to see a lot more here.
Yeah, because it's important on these things, guys, that they don't just go up. There's going to be time, regardless of whatever the market sentiment is, to see what happens, have a little bit more time for a pullback or something, because these are natural things within markets. They don't just go up. And if they do just go up, something's wrong with that. You're all when you see these gigantic just boom, boom, like Doge, XRP, all these things, look at the charts now. Did it sustain it? No.
Certainly seems that way.
Or silver. Silver's another chart.
Well, silver just got kicked right in the balls.
GME.
We were talking about silver yesterday. Let's look at that real quick. How about that for a weekly fuck you rejection candle? So we mentioned how gold had gotten this weekly FU candle, which, by the way, I had to get out of our gold short yesterday because it kind of wandered up with silver. I think we're going to get back into it today. it sucks to get kicked out of it here, but boom. I think it's another. I'm going back in short here. Silver. Yeah, this looks like a really strong weekly rejection right here. I don't want to take it one way or the other. It's stronger than gold, but palladium is definitely looking like a weekly short in this spot. I would be looking to take palladium all the way back down into the 1800s.
Not looking strong for metals, huh?
Yeah, platinum. This was previously looking super bullish, and now these are starting to look like a bunch of
Absorption
exit
candles. Yep.
Yeah. Someone set their sell orders here. Someone very big set all their sell orders right here, and then spent 2 or 3 months just driving price into their sell orders to get out.
Go ahead and invert that chart real quick. Do you think that that's going to keep going down?
Yeah, if you saw this, you're like,
You'd be like, look at price absorption. Okay, now we're running out of sellers. Now it's time. Like, you're likely to get appreciation to the upside first before any continuation to the downside. So looking at it this way, you would do the same thing. Like, this looks like it's petering out at the top.
Daily trend broken here on platinum. That's interesting. So yeah, I think that incredibly, even though just a couple days ago they looked bullish, now I gotta say precious metals look really bad.
Terrible. It's amazing what a few days can do, right? That's why it's so important to sit on your hands here, guys, because you think one day it's not going to hurt you too bad, then all of a sudden you're down this much on the long that you took.
Yep. All right, let's I might have to turn my volume up a little more.
Yeah, you seem to vary
Yeah,
for some
I think
reason
my
today.
mic is on the way out or something because it seems to drift all over the place.
There you go, folks.
Pointing a fan at your mic? I'm sure that will fix it.
Yeah, that's Jack. Just point a fan at everything. I'm a fan. I'll point at you. Point a fan at just in his mic.
All right, let me take a quick mic check. Do I come in a better? Yes, sounds like I'm coming in better.
Yeah, you're better.
My levels.
You were just kind of low.
Yeah, my levels are way up. I don't know what happened there earlier. Let's turn it up a little further. Okay. Thank you to Mr. Unicorn in the live chat for that request. Let's as for what Willy Woo thinks 29,000, well, doesn't think 29 will break. You know what? I'm more and more thinking that yes, we've held the 30k support. We've kissed 29k a few times, and I don't know. Things look strong, guys. I don't know about.
I think there will be a point where we fill that CME gap. I do. I just don't know when.
Sort of like we were talking yesterday. The longer we just kind of hang out going sideways on Bitcoin for 35k. The longer this altcoin cycle might very well run. So I think a lot of us are counting on Bitcoin.
Sideways isn't terrible.
Yeah, it's not bad at all, actually. I think it's doing good for my alt bags. What can I say? I'm sure many here probably feel a similar way. Let's not let Bitcoin break out just yet. Let's do $60,000 Bitcoin, say September. In the meantime, let's 4x, 10x our alt bags.
You're so conservative.
I'm waiting for the big alt pump. All right, so I've got that question out of the way. We're going to get into the requests after, I think, maybe one more question. Yes, this one. Subtext, random question from someone on Satoshi Street Bets. Is there a technical analysis that can predict a pump and dump attack? What do you guys think?
I saw that a little earlier, and the answer to that is no, but. So, it can't necessarily warn you of a pump and dump attack on a coin. Actually, let's go into low cap alts. I don't know why I went to Bitcoin here, so pump and dumps are gonna happen.
Yeah, I have plenty of examples you can pull up on ones that we were in, and we didn't know there was a pump coming.
Yes. So, Jason is alluding to what I'm going to talk about, which is the fact that the system gave a really awesome long signal here before the pump. And the way pump and dumps work is that the people who run the pump and dump, they buy first, obviously, because they want to be in early. and they want to secure their position. Then they
That's how you
announce
make money.
this is what we're going to pump, and then their insiders they buy, and then the next group of insiders they get the chance to buy until finally the public gets it, and then everybody buys, and then everybody who knew about the pump first already has their bags. They've already got limit orders set wherever, and then it just pumps up into the limit orders and sells it to the other people.
Trailing take profits, baby.
And then whoever was last in the pump, they get this happening to them. So
they become the bag holders.
Yes. Weeping, gnashing of teeth. You guys all know the whole drill.
Anyone who's in XRP right now.
Yeah, anybody's in XRP. So, and you can see this is all buying. You can see it right here on my VPVR. This is just all buying pressure right here. And they bought into waiting sell orders from the insiders. So because the insiders accumulate first, this shows up on our system as bullish behavior. We break back above the baseline. We start putting in bottoms above zero on our oscillator. WADA starts firing. So it's not like our system is the only system that could do this, but what I want to point out to you is that a good system will at least alert you to the possibility that a coin is about to turn bullish, and you will not know that it is because there's a pump and dump being run on it. That is impossible to know, as I stated at the beginning. But you can know, hey, something changed in this coin. People are buying it. They have bought it above the baseline. They have bought it, and it's showing up on our oscillator because those insiders are doing that buying. Okay.
And that ties in really beautifully into the whole point of, yes, you can see these things on your chart. You start to see bullish appreciation, which gets you prepared that, hey, this might appreciate. But then on top of that, you need to make sure that you have your take profits set before, like right after you buy, and put them on the books, because when these things pump, they pump. Look at that APPC there. I mean, you're not going to catch any of that unless you're prepared. So the way that we usually
a system that doesn't have you have set take profits, you'll never make money off.
You'll never catch a pump ever.
You have to have set take profits, and because of that, the Quadrigo system that we use is very helpful. But any system that you create that has set take profits and a stop loss, that will help you in these situations.
All right, great question, great responses, Alex. You did a great job on that one. I was just going to say flatly, no, you're probably not going to be able to.
Well, no, it's super is important, because people try to catch these pumps like, oh, I need to get rich off that. How do I do it? The thing is, you need to have a system that gets you into trending markets before they happen, and then make sure you have take profits and a trailing take profit, man. Because when these things pump off, you need to be the first one on the books that gets it taken off. Like I say to everyone else that comes in here, once you see like some pumpamentals in the news, the people who are doing it are usually out already.
All right, excellent observations. Well done to both of you, pointing out that indeed the people orchestrating the pumps and dumps, a lot of the insiders, the head honchos,
it's just something that happens
at those groups. They definitely get their positions in early, and that's something you can pick up on the charts. So really,
this is a situation where once the downtrend was broken and we got above the baseline. I say it like 8,000 times a day. I couldn't remember the word. We get above the baseline here. And then you don't necessarily know that it's going to do this all in one day. But at that point, you're like, well, it's probably going to wander upwards and at least retest this resistance and support. There's just classic price behaviors. And in those situations, even if you don't know that it's going to do that, you can at least get a general idea of what price might do.
One thing that I will say and add into here is, because like in January I caught quite a few pumps, but I can tell you that is never my intent. My intent is that's just icing on the cake. When you see that appreciation real fast and then your take profits just catch it, you're like, sweet, man, that's incredible. But at the end of the day, the system's telling you that this thing is likely to appreciate, so we should go long from here. I'm never trying to catch a pump, but when I do, it's just icing on the cake. Is Johnny in here right now? I mean, if he wants to say something real quick to everyone.
I'm here. Good evening for me.
I would say it's the evening for you.
Very much evening, 8 o'clock.
Hey, Johnny. Since you came on, dude, we got more viewers than we usually get. It's up to 160 right now. Must be you.
Hey, if you like guest stars, be sure to like and subscribe.
If you like guest stars, brilliant guest stars. How you doing?
I was just listening to your analysis on pump and dumps. I completely concur with everybody. I would add one thing, though, which is volume. You didn't mention volume. The big thing to look at is
I don't use volume in my
system.
system.
And the volume is, just to notice a pump and dump, you just see these massive volume spikes.
That's true.
That is your signal to get the F out.
Yeah, because these things, like mathematically, they can't happen without that volume coming in. So it's definitely an outlier that you can notice.
Well, that
I think what you
pump and dump has happened, but you can't necessarily know ahead of time by volume that a pump and dump.
No, but you start to see it on the ticker. You start to see large numbers of orders, market orders coming in, right? What I was thinking is you were mentioning that a good system will just pick up the early movement. This is, as you said, the people who organize the pump and dumps. This is them buying in. There's probably a few of them. They want to fill quite a lot of volume, so they're probably doing it over a long period of time. They don't want to push the price up too much at that time, so they'll buy slowly, drip feed in, get their position sorted out. And this is what's starting to cause the price to slowly appreciate and give you a nice signal to go along. Mm-hmm. Then when you start to see the volume really pile in, you start to see the ticker tape fly. This is when they've announced the signal to pump, right? That's when all the punters come in. So that's your signal to get ready to,
exit.
Yeah. There you go. That's my.
I know. I would completely agree with that. It just in the sense of the way I trade, I don't think about that stuff because my system would get me in beforehand. And if it does end up pumping like that, then that's great. I know that everyone does this differently, of course, but I just think that sometimes that stuff weighs a little bit too much on you when you worry about it when it doesn't actually matter that much. If you get what I mean, you can stress yourself out a lot with that trying to catch a pump.
Yeah, and I would concur with you guys as well. Definitely have limit orders stacked in and just watch them get filled, and then enjoy.
Talk about how you're the best.
Enjoy as everyone else is running for the exit door.
In the background.
Yeah, guys, when we talk about the bot being made in the background for CC, this is the guy doing it. So
yeah, he's making it all. And like the trading journals that we put up that record everything that we do, Johnny's responsible for building those. Like he just he's an invaluable part of the team.
Yeah,
a lot of sleepless nights.
You would have had that regardless, though.
That's true.
Yep, we're doing it big, guys, here at CC when we have a bona fide PhD data scientist here handling some of the back end work. Yeah. So
I want to brag about you, but I also don't want to dox you. So
yes, let's keep that to a minimum. All right, before we get into the requests, I got another question here. This one comes from AM in the live chat. Daily Bitcoin PA looks almost identical to June 17th reaccumulation, in that we look to be heading for a Wyckoff Spring, possibly at the 21 weekly EMA. What are your thoughts? So do you think the current 17, or does the current chart look like the 17 pattern? A bit of a Wyckoff Spring? What do you think?
Let's take a look.
You'd have to take a look at that. Show me that Wyckoff in spring.
No. So can you repeat the question again?
So the
This
question
one,
has to do with the Bitcoin on the daily, and the daily looks currently like forming a similar pattern to June 2017 before it took off. Then he's describing it as a Wyckoff Spring. So can we look? Does today look like where we were in?
Well, I can tell you right
mid-2017?
now that a Wyckoffian spring on the pattern on the daily doesn't make too much sense to me, but
I assume this is what he's talking about right here. April. Wait, no, this is June. So we would be like here in in the way you're seeing things. So you're waiting for like a.
I understand what he's saying now, and I actually don't disagree with that sentiment.
I do see it as reaccumulation. I don't know if I necessarily see this part right here as a spring. This looks more just like a drive down into liquidity, which you can see right here. I would, just because you will see Wyckoff accumulation patterns frequently in the market, I would avoid trying to
Call them.
Yeah, too often. It just doesn't look obviously like a Wyckoff pattern to me here. But
I see some similarities with the current pullback.
Looking at this now, I understand what he's getting at, because here's actually why I thought it's not necessarily thinking about in the terms of it being Wyckoffian accumulation, but this would make a lot of sense for pattern in my head if we filled like this TME gap or something like that with a false breakout.
Yeah, if you look at the 17 segment again, you can see that it had a lower low, and then finally one final crazy wick down, almost a 50% retracement from its high, and then it took off again. So maybe we're due for precisely that. We've had a few lower lows here. Maybe we need one last stab down to tap maybe 25K. And then, and then we
definitely
bust
within the
out
realm
to
of
the north.
possibility.
So if we're going to draw any similarities, or personally if I see any similarities, it'll be in that vein. But thank you to AM for the question. All right,
it's important to think like that, my friend, because you need to think about every possibility, and I don't think that that's actually too far removed from the possibilities of what might happen. So
yeah, we could totally go up here. I mean, we've got a break of the downtrend. I still think more sideways on the weekly makes more sense, especially because, I mean, hey, more sideways on Bitcoin here is good for alts anyway. So.
Yep.
Okay,
Let's get them alt pumps.
Final question before we get into everybody's chart requests. Sorry, it took a while to get into the charts, guys, or to the requests. We had a few questions here that we had to get through first, but we get into those charts very shortly. This one comes from Lucas John Nusis. Hello, question, and I'd like your opinions. What are the best ways or methods to read a general trend in different time frames? So just asking us how to tell what maybe trend direction is like on different time frames. What are your thoughts?
I draw lines all over the place, man. I'm surely you've noticed. So that's my suggestion. I think drawing a line is a great way to help yourself visually identify what the trend is, and then you can also visually identify if the trend is changing or perhaps breaking. You know, I mean, it's not a perfect system, but I think that's very helpful. As far as identifying trends in a more general sense, that's what moving averages are for, man. Find a moving average that makes sense to you. If it's above the moving average, then the trend is bullish. If it's below that moving average, then the trend is bearish. And then finally, there are just other kinds of indicators that you can use. I mean, that's what oscillators are for. Oscillators are there to tell you, like, hey, this trend is probably turning bearish. We just curled over here. We're probably just turned bullish. You know, we just curled up here. So I got like literally that's what TA is trying to identify trends, man. So,
and in a nutshell, a baseline is going to do that for you.
Indeed, that's what I use.
Baseline is the moving average indicator. So
yeah, exactly.
That's generally what I use as well. Definitely.
Any kind of baseline. and then you just have to figure out whether that baseline gives you good entries into the trend reverse.
Yep, that's where backtesting comes in. So backtest your different EMAs on the markets you're looking at, Mr. Lucas.
You didn't just guess on the 60 hole here. This is backtested and gives us the best data throughout most of the markets. So we use the 60 hole.
All right, let's get into the next few requests. We've got about 50 minutes left in the show, so we'll get through those. I see a few people commenting in the live chat. We've got a Brit on the show. We've got an Englishman on here. Yes, Johnny is.
Aren't you from everywhere now?
Johnny is a
you live
stand-up.
everywhere.
I'm a Scotsman. I was born in the West Highlands.
Oh, he's a
Get
Highlander.
out of here.
He's a Highlander.
Of course. I'm from the West Highlands.
It actually drives me nuts that you guys call
English.
For the record, he calls the trunk of a car a boot and the hood of it a cap.
Yeah,
Sure,
those are the
sure.
correct words.
Yeah, fair enough.
Those are the correct words.
Yeah, he speaks proper English, unlike you Yanks. All right.
Oh, like you're even better, Jack.
He's a proper English chap. All right. He's a real British gentleman. What can I say? So, shout outs to Johnny. All right. Let's
can I just say it's kind of you to let me out of my coding hole for the evening.
You should jump in more often, bud. Let us know what you're working on.
You're always welcome in here, Johnny. But let's get into the requests, guys. We've got quite a few. First one in through the door today was David Rice saying, well, you guys want to guess what he's requesting?
Fun.
Yes.
How did I know?
Saying, check out Fun today. Something going on in Funland today?
Good question. Man, Fun has just been on a tear.
It's been a bunch of fun, man. Like you never expect it, right?
Yeah.
But just it's unstoppable lately.
JG in the live chat
There
says,
must be some kind of news. I don't know what it is, but this is a very incredibly bullish chart. Now that I'm looking at this is quite a long basing period that we have right here. This is almost 50 weeks here.
Hope you didn't let it all go, David Rice. He's been talking about it for months in the bear market, and now it's popping up.
No, I don't think he has. I don't think he would ask us to. He'd probably be too embarrassed to ask us to look at it if he'd already sold it off. We could consolidate in this area for a little while. As you can see, this is a long-term consolidation area here. So let's head down into something a little smaller than monthly, but it's still just such a. Yeah, I would look for consolidation here and try and catch a pullback towards maybe 80 sats. But I feel like this area is just gone. Be pretty shocked to see a retest of this area. Yeah, I think Fun looks good here for continuation. Ultimately, like in a long-term sense, I don't know what's going to happen for the rest of this month.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you wouldn't want to touch that now, but it's had a pretty impressive run.
Yeah.
Interesting on Fun. I noticed Johnny has triggered quite a few Brits in the live chat. JG says he's not English. If he's Scottish, he's just about as British as long as they stay part of Britain. Jezzacoin says regards from Gibraltar, Johnny. I saw another comment here.
The English crew's getting stronger.
Yes, the
They're
English
taking
crew
over.
is getting stronger.
I don't think there's anything wrong with being British, is there? I mean,
I'm gonna have to
If
start
you
working on
like
my
British
accent.
people in your chat, be sure to like and subscribe our channel.
And make sure to check out the Discord because we got plenty of Brits in there.
do I have to answer to where my parents, bore me, as it were?
Not
You have to now.
necessary. Don't dox yourself.
Show
but
the birth certificate.
Alex, tell us where you were. Johnny, tell us where you were born.
someone calls.
Where's the long form birth
Inverness.
certificate?
Someone's calling
Inverness
bullshit.
in the Highlands of Scotland.
Someone's calling bullshit on that, saying you were educated in Cambridge. Give it up. All right.
Educated in Imperial College.
There you go. There you go. All right, guys. Let's get into the next chart. This
Do you think I have a chance of getting in there?
I think you've got every chance, mate. Yeah.
Highly unlikely.
I don't think that's very likely.
I mean, I always hear they're looking for more custodians over there, so I'm sure we can.
Oh, nice. Thanks. I can do the whole Matt Damon.
I've got a broom with your name on it here, Jason, so let's get to sweeping, shall we?
Get the sweeping. We don't need to hear any more of your nonsense.
All right, Crypto Bull asks for Troy BNB.
Bring on the abuse. I want his abuse.
Bring on the abuse. He's a glutton for punishment. Okay, so what are we getting into here? Troy USDT?
Troy against BNB being requested by Crypto Bull.
Against BNB, huh?
Yeah, the BNB.
Troy BNB, not Troy USD. Okay.
Yep, Troy
Yeah,
BNB.
that's an odd one.
Yeah, but with BNB appreciating the way it is, I would assume that it's kind of down. But we're getting a little.
This could be an accumulation area. This looks a little Wyckoffian right here.
A little springy.
A little springy, yeah.
Well, definitely looks a little springy.
I don't like how it feels like we're trapped under, like, here it's support, and then it becomes resistance to us. Where's our trend? Where's our trend? Somewhere over here. Interesting. We'll say it's this. It's starting to look interesting, but we're not necessarily there yet. I don't like how we're trapped under 1,000 sats here. Or, excuse me, 1,000 Binance coins. I have no idea what the smallest unit of Binance coin is, but whatever that smallest unit is.
Yeah, what is it? It's
Binance
a sat,
bits.
a GUI, and
Finance
what would
bits.
just Binance bits.
Dust. Binance Dust.
I like that because, like, if you trade on Binance at all, there's quite a bit of Binance dust out there.
Yeah, so between 1,000 dust. So we're trapped below here until we really break out of it. I'm not super interested in it because we could just stay trapped below here for a little while before we break up. So that's all. We want some confirmation, but it's looking like our downtrend is starting to break here. Let's tell you what. I'll take out our line tool and we'll be sure here that I'm not like futzing this.
Yeah, for the newer people to the channel, you're gonna get a bunch of people that have requests and stuff. It's gonna be fairly few in between that we see a chart that we're like, hey guys, this is gonna be the one we take today. Like, we're very conservative in what we take, and there's a reason for that because this isn't just another pump and dump group or anything like that. We try to trade professionally day to day. So people coming into the chat say like, I made $500, $600 today. Like, that's great. I hope you keep making money. But the whole point of this is statistically and constantly gain just small increments over the course of the month. Like, show me your ROI monthly, and then we can start talking. Like, we're not here to just like, oh, you're going to get rich off this. This is going to be a go. Like, we're just going to go over the charts with you and tell you what we think about it and what our systems say. And usually it's going to be the few and far between that actually are signals. Otherwise, we just have a ton of signals every day, which isn't the case.
Yep. I would say overall, you could do worse than Troy right here, but you might just want to wait for confirmation. But it looks like it broke the downtrend. It's above some baselines. It's above the 3-day. It's above the daily. So if you took it here, I wouldn't call you a dummy, but you might want to wait until we're above the, just
make sure you add in the last.
Yeah.
Make sure you add in the last and most crucial part is risk management.
Yes, you will definitely want to manage your risk.
All right, let's get into the next request. In the meantime, if you're just joining us, I'm dropping the community poll link in the live chat right now. If you want to answer the poll today regarding Ethereum, are you holding Ethereum? Are you not holding Ethereum? Are you bullish on Ethereum? This is a good poll to respond to. Let us know how you're feeling on Ethereum. That link again is in the live chat. Let's get into the next request. Thank you to Crypto Bull for the Troy request. This next one comes from Wait Arnott in the live chat. Can you guys look at Mana USD and ALGO USD later? Thank you. Mana, ALGO, quick glance.
I got the magic.
Let's see here. Where's our trend? It's intriguing here. Hey, you could at least get a retest of 18-20 cents here on Mana. We need a little bit more bullish movement before we'll be able to take it here. Yeah, we don't have much momentum. We're not above zero. We're in the no trade zone here. So it's just, I mean, it's still above the trend. I'm not like short it or anything like that, but we're just not really bullish enough to.
I think that's sit on your hands time. If that thing closes up above the Kelter channel with the same, then I think you got a solid continuation.
Yeah.
You just gotta wait.
And I gotta say, Mana Bitcoin here looks kind of rough. We look trapped below this resistance area, which is this previous consolidation area. So, see, we come back, we test this, and we start to break down. I don't really like that. We could easily retest kind of resistance, turn support here. So, yeah. Mana is not there. I'm not about Mana right now. What's next? What's the other one?
All right, passing on Mana. ALGO is the next one.
ALGO.
We are totally at resistance right now. I'm not interested in this. There's our resistance. And we're curling under right here. Nope, not touching it right now. The 3-day chart's a little interesting. If you look at it on the 3-day, we actually broke above resistance and then we held it. This closes in 4 hours. So this 3-day candle right here where we held resistance, this closes in 4 hours. I think I would still rather buy a daily resistance break where we close above, say, 70 cents on the daily. I think if we can do that, especially because at that point, hopefully, our system won't be about to give us a sell signal, and we'll have more momentum. So that's all. We just kind of want to wait for that, because otherwise we're buying at resistance, and it looks decent here. And the 3-day is. 3-day is, I wouldn't call it convincing, but it's interesting. But I'm not necessarily there yet, because we could easily just get a pullback and retest this consolidation area, which is also the bottom of this support here. So come back down, retest that. So I'm not there for either one of these. It's just not time for those two.
All right, ALGO not there yet. Thank you to Wait Arnott for those requests. Gonna try to speed these along. I know a lot of you've been waiting patiently for your requests, and I got a mountain still to do, but we'll see what we can get done today. This next one comes from the one. Did anybody buy XRP recently? He asks.
No.
No one did,
Nope.
But I know XRP is kind of a favorite. Could you give us 30 seconds of TA on XRP real quick, Alex?
Well, I did a little bit earlier, but we'll look at
We
it
did
again.
do it. We
Oh,
did
my
do
mistake.
XRP.
Yeah, we did actually.
And just go back.
Yeah.
Go back to that channel that you showed the sell off on, because that's beautiful. Was it the weekly?
Yeah, that was the XRP Bitcoin chart.
Yeah, look how ugly that thing is. Oh Christ!
Yeah, I think we'll have to
If
look at
that's
this.
not people exiting their bags, I don't know what is. And using the general public to hype it up to domino effect it to leave you with the bags.
Yeah. Oh, that is just super ugly. Anyway, maybe we won't make a new low. Maybe we'll just keep consolidating down in this area, but I'm still not interested in XRP in this spot. And what I said a couple weeks back is still true, because I mean, if you bought here to hold, then
You're up.
well, you're up, but you're also, I mean, if you didn't have any sell orders, because presumably it's for a long-term hold, then you're still just sitting in it. You didn't gain that much, and you would have been better off in almost any other alt.
Yep.
Not any other alt, but almost any other alt, and certainly any DeFi, which was my point originally. Why be an XRP?
Anything but Doge.
Why be an XRP right now? It had a really good pump. It had already. So anybody who was doing that thing where they bought here knowing it was going to pump up, I hope you got your exit, man, because that was it.
Yep.
I don't see it. I really don't see it on XRP.
All right, well, thank you for covering XRP for the one. That's a new user in the chat, so I just wanted to make sure they got their shout out. Next one's from Leto Babel. He says LRC and RLC, if you caught that.
Yes.
And
so I actually looked at both of them this morning. LRC is kind of hanging around its top. We're at resistance right now. So we're literally at resistance right now.
Does not look too shabby.
It doesn't look bad here. So
About to get that crossover though.
yes. What I don't like is how we're still inside of this volume of the wick right here. We're still kind of hanging around inside the previous wick. But we have made we have closed a new high here yesterday, kind of retesting it today. I think you could take a long signal here on Loopring. Where would we take it to? What would that look like if we took one here?
Go ahead and slap those ATRs on there.
Yeah. All right, so our stop is essentially back down right below this point of control. That's cool. And our first take profit is still here in this wick area. I think we might take this trade because even if we just try to retest the high.
I agree. And that's something that I look at as well. Like, we don't need to necessarily break out here. We're looking for TP1, and then if it does continue, great. But if it doesn't, we've gotten out with profit, stop loss at break even, and if it reverses, we're good.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's a smart play.
Yeah, I think there's a good argument to be made for looping right here. But as I pointed out on... this 3-day is really nice, too. But I'm not super happy with this 3-day that we're closing in a few hours.
You're closing above that node, though, which is nice.
That's true.
So far. I mean, you still have 4 hours, of course, but...
Well, I think we'll probably take a long on it, and we'll see what happens. You guys know I've been bearish about the overall markets, which is it is hard to have a bias in that way, and
trade.
Yeah, it's still trade. But, that's why you just take the signals that your system gives you. Signal is saying to long LRC, so I think we're going to long LRC later today.
Go
ahead.
Sorry, I was just saying the whole point of creating and back testing a system is for the moments like this, because your gut is going to tell you one thing and your system is going to tell you another. You can't always count on your gut because the system is smarter than you. It's tracking all the data. Like, you need to build these things to have conviction in what you're doing. Do not let your emotions control what you're doing. Always trust your system more than your gut. I do.
So what I'm looking at on RLC here is the break of this daily trend. Now let's get this just a little bit cleaner. So yeah, we've broken the daily trend. We're below the daily baseline. We're at resistance. I'm just not interested in RLC right now. On a personal note, I bought some LRC around this area, and I'm still holding it. I've been holding it during this the non-alt season, and I gotta say this has really lagged behind a lot of the other DeFi coins, and it makes me wonder if RLC is really just the right hold, or if there's just a better DeFi coin to have in it, like Uniswap or Sushi, or just any one of the other ones. And I'm not saying that if you have RLC, you should sell it. Like I said, I have some. But, having held it during all this time, I can't help but feel that I would have been better served having it in a different DeFi coin. I thought it was, I thought RLC was going to be a high performer, but it just hasn't turned out that way here. For right now, for what I pointed out on the daily, I just don't see a trade here for us to take. I would just look towards different DeFi coins if you're still interested in DeFi, because RLC is just not putting in anything super impressive.
RLC and LRC, ladies and gentlemen. Get into the next one. Dear live chat, I've already got a pile of requests in. If you're putting any in right now, fortunately, I don't think we're gonna get to them. We're gonna be lucky if we get the rest of this. What's in the queue done, but stand by, guys. With any luck, visit some of these. Next one comes from subtext. All right, requesting Ethereum, we did that. DOT. We looked at DOT earlier. Kusama, Doge, and XRP. So realistically, we've done most of those except Kusama and Doge, or did we look at Doge?
We no, we haven't looked at either. So
I was gonna say I don't think we have looked at Doge today.
Hey,
Which
quick
is surprising.
Kusama Doge request.
Kusama, I think what I told you before is still true, that it still looks like a short. Or not you, but at least you, the audience. I've talked about it several times in the past week. We're still underneath the daily baseline. We're still at resistance. I'm still not interested for those reasons. I still think we could pull back towards this area. So Kusama, yeah, there's nothing here to recommend this to us. Doge. I think Doge could pull back to even more towards like 70 cents. Retap the 70 cent range, 70 sat range again on Doge Bitcoin. So on the USD,
I don't even think a baseline bounce would be ridiculous.
Yeah, so I think I would look towards a retest of like 2 cents, like 2, maybe 1.5 cent. Just like everybody who thought they bought the bottom right here, just slap it in the face. Oh,
and
hi,
holding still.
You're new to crypto? Welcome, slap. Just like that. So, yeah, congratulations on buying your first dip, slap. So I think I would like to see 2 cent, 1.5 cent, and then I would love to see a sweep all the way back up towards 6 cents, 8 cents, because I'm sure people went short too. But for right now, this totally feels like it's not something I want to enter at this point. Well, there's Kusama, Doge, and what else was there?
All the other ones we did earlier, so I think that covers it. Let's roll into the next one. Shoutouts to Subtext for those requests. This next one is from Jose Alves, chart request for ZEC and Stellar XLM. Stellar seems to be breaking out and has some space until old all-time high.
Let's look at it right now if it's breaking out.
Yeah, I don't see any breakout there, my friends. I see a lot of price absorption.
Yes, this is an awful lot of concerning wicks up into resistance, right? Let's look at the USDT pairing.
Damn near full signal there.
Yeah, it is a full signal. I feel like this is a breakout because Bitcoin is putting in a bullish movement here.
Yeah. That's kind of funny.
There's
One
probably
unit of
a long
Binance.
here in the same way that there's a long on LRC. You could, there's potential for a retest of the area of this wick. At least. I mean, maybe I'm just wrong and XLM is super bullish here. One way or another, there's a long signal right here. I'm trying to figure out, how it might play out. I just wish we had a little bit more volume. I don't... Well, what can I say? The USDT pairing is a long signal here, although for various reasons, I feel bearish about this chart. It's just we're still at resistance, guys. I guess I'm just not feeling it as long as we're still below resistance here. Let's look at the ZEC pair. Feels like we're at resistance here too.
Just a lot of charts stuck in limbo right now. Just nothing to do on them, but to let them do what they're going to do and figure out the trend.
Yeah, this is nice. I do like the break of the downtrend that we see here. Damn it!
No.
See this break of the downtrend. Retesting the previous high area here. I imagine that you'll be able to take this at least up to $100. So there's a good 8 to 10% move in this. After that, I'm not sure. we're still below the baseline. This is definitely a reversal play that you'd be taking here.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe try and snag it on a retest of $88. Probably tag down into here before we move up. Yeah, I think there's a trade here on Zek. Both these trades could. Maybe this means Bitcoin is actually really bullish here, and we should just be in Bitcoin because neither of those Bitcoin pairings look really good, but the USDT pairings look good.
Yeah, I've been noticing that as well. Is that the USDT pairings do seem to be much stronger, so it might be a moment for us to have a little pause and think about, would it be better just to be in Bitcoin here rather than trying to milk the different trades? So that's something to definitely take in mind.
Yeah. I mean, Ethereum and Bitcoin also hanging around resistance right now, so we're not necessarily scot-free. Tell you what. Let's look at the Bitcoin dominance chart.
Yeah, so look at dominance.
No, it's down today.
Spooky.
Confusing. There's a lot of mixed signals today. For instance, the Dixie is up. Dixie is super up.
Right.
Man.
It's very confusing.
Right? And normally when the Dixie is up, like everything can just it's like kiss your ass goodbye.
Yeah, traditionals and crypto go away.
Yeah, the Dixie's up, but traditionals are also up. Technically could be a retest of resistance right here because, I mean, we're still underneath both of our trends. We're underneath the daily baseline here on the Dow. But you gotta wonder, what's going on? Normally, when you see the dollar up so much, we see traditionals falling,
as well as crypto.
At
least Bitcoin.
And the Nasdaq here, well, we're basically, I would consider it a continuation. It's not a continuation long signal because we dip below the baseline, but man, you almost want to take a continuation long signal here because here we are. We're assaulting the previous all-time high with a gap up and nice confirmation of the bullish movement on our oscillator right here. And then same for SPY.
Yeah, big gaps up in traditionals.
Yeah, it's very curious. Well,
this
guys,
is why I feel comfortable being on the sidelines right now because this is all very. I can smell it in the air. Something's fishy.
I will say this, guys. If we break these highs, we'll long it. It doesn't matter how fucking bearish I feel. If we break the highs, we'll go long. So we're just gonna wait to see what happens. And if we gotta just buy a fresh new high and take it to new highs, then that's what we'll do.
Fresh.
Okay, well done on the ZEC and Stellar analysis. Thank you very much.
Yeah. And we end on SPY. Thanks for the ZEC request.
All right, 2 hours. We've got an hour 40 minutes. We got still about 20 minutes left in the show. Let's try to get these last few requests in here. Once again, thank you everybody patiently waiting with us. Oh, did we lose Johnny in the process? Okay, I'm gonna have to rearrange a few things. In the meantime, let's get to the next request. All right, we did this one here. This was a question about Bitcoin. This next one is from Yo Boy Elite in the live chat. If you could take a look at Ren, please.
It's your boy Elite.
All right, Yo Gabba Gabba wants to look at Ren. Let's do it.
I can't wait for Stampy Coin.
Not super happy with today's wick on the Bitcoin pairing. This kind of looks like we just, we retested resistance right here, and we're promptly rejected. Similar story right here. This is more bullish because of its relationship to Bitcoin. It's the USDT pairing. But I'm not interested in this while we're at resistance, and we've got that rejection wick right there. So. Also, our system is telling us we don't have enough momentum. But overall, I'm not interested in renting this spot.
Always make sure to check all of your different indicators to make sure that they all agree with the signal. Don't let yourself talk yourself into a signal.
Well said.
Yeah, 2 of them are good, but we're not good on momentum.
One of them keeps you out still, so you need them all.
All right, that's Ren for now, guys. I think we're ready to move into the next one. Shoutouts to your boy Elite in the live chat. All right, we did this pump and dump question. We did this one. Here's a question from Fat Mike 11. Should I buy Uniswap or Sushi? I don't know if this is just like a general fundamentals question or if he wants us to compare the two charts.
I think he's referencing to when I said earlier, why would you be in XRP when you could be in XRP or when you could be in Uniswap or Sushi? Out of those two, I would probably divide my money between those two. If I was, I would not put all my stuff into just one altcoin. That is a very stupid decision.
That's called not managing risk.
Let me not sugarcoat it. That would be an incredibly stupid decision. Do not anybody here put all of your money into a single altcoin. Just don't do it, even if that altcoin is Ethereum.
Yeah, even if it's Bitcoin, like don't ever put all of your capital into one thing.
Yeah. So I would say don't choose between them. Find a healthy portfolio allocation.
Mm-hmm. Because not doing that is what allows the market to still exist the way it is, in my opinion, because there's a bunch of people putting a bunch of money into things they don't understand, then big money dumps on it and takes all your money. That's their liquidity. So you need to make sure you never do that for them.
Out of the two of them, I think Uniswap has the better future than SushiSwap just because Uniswap has the first mover advantage. Uniswap has more liquidity and more volume. So it's got that going for it. But as far as the tokens themselves, who knows? Who knows? So better to if you're trying to decide between them, I probably wouldn't. I just
All right. Excuse me. All right. I see subtext in the live chat asking, will there be timestamps available?
Always.
Yes, there will. Just check back in the video. Check the replay after we wrap up. 15, 20, 30 minutes after the show. Timestamps are usually up in the description and in the comment below. Shoutouts to Crypto Bull for managing those on a regular basis. Let's get into it, and of course the same thing goes for the rest of the audience. If you're new here, you're just joining us. If you joined us late, we probably covered the coin you wanted to know. Check back after the show and look at those timestamps. You'll easily be able to review the coins our analysts have taken a look at. Next one is...
And I wanted to point this out too because I just saw a couple people ask about it. Because someone asked about LSK and I had mentioned that it was one of the signals I took yesterday. And apparently some people don't realize that within the Discord, we do have a premium channel where everyone does get all of our signals, our daily signals, whether it be Alex's, mine, or we have a few other analysts as well. But you would get access to those within the Kraken Crypto Discord, which I just put out a link in the chat there. So please make sure to check that out because that's where all the conversation happens after the stream. And we can easily get you any kind of information you need from there, as well as KrakenCryptocurrency.com.
And I talked with Johnny. The free signals channel is 20% of the premium signals get dropped into free signals. It's random. It's totally random. Random number Jesus decides what trades get dropped into there. It used to be that way back when we first started, we had a free channel where we would try, after we hit take profit 1, then we would drop the signal in there. But the problem with that is that a lot of times after we hit take profit 1, we reverse to break even and we stop out. I don't want to be giving people signals that aren't any good. That kind of defeats the purpose of the free signals too. I don't want people losing money on them. They're supposed to be, it's supposed to be like an appetizer. You're supposed to try it, and you're like, "Wow, I could have more of this. Great." So eventually, we tried a few different ways where maybe we would just decide sometimes to put something in free signals, but that you had to remember to do it, and you had to decide whether or not the signal.
And that also brings bias into it. Like we think this one's better to put out for free than another. I think that actually hinders you as well.
Yeah, and also that usually ends up being wrong. We're like,
exactly.
I feel so bullish about this. I'm just gonna put this in a free signal so everybody can be impressed, and like that one stops out. So eventually we just decided, hey, some percentage of the premium signals would get dropped into free signals, and free could enjoy it, and then premium wasn't really having their premium membership degraded that much by it because really we're an education group. The signals. They're the candy to get people in the van. We want to educate you guys. The signal
to get people in the van.
Yeah. Listen, guys. The signals. it does not take a rocket science to do it. I can show you guys how I make the signals. You know, I do them basically right here on stream. I'm like, yes, that is a signal for this reason right here. You know, it's super. You know, we just make it super clear, and we want to educate people on how to do it themselves. So, for those reasons, you know, the free section gets some premium signals that that the premium members get at the exact same time that they get them, because we just drop them in there.
All right.
Well, and I'll also add, like, not like any kind of a show or anything like that, but like it's 20% of the signals that go out. But like my hit rate last month was, I believe, 29 for 33. So 20% of those went to free. So you tell me if they were good signals.
Okay, guys. Let's enough long talk for now. Let's get into the last few requests. This one comes from A. Michael requesting chart USD.
Ooh, okay.
I know Alex has some chart.
I just happen to have the chart open.
Chart.
So I know a little bit about this because obviously I hang around in their Discord and talk to the devs sometimes. So what happened here was this person who bought here basically changed their mind and then sold 2 days later, which got immediately bought back up because we had finally been bought above this resistance level right here. So because you can follow wallets through the trade tracking system here on ChartX. Yeah, I was looking around that time, and I especially noticed when my portfolio of chart doubled in value. So I was hanging around this section. It looks good right here, especially as long as we can, especially if and as long as we can hold this 13 cents resistance area right here, or 1.3 cents. I think it's good. I'm still holding mine, so we'll see what happens with it. I know that they're in the process of beta testing their next update right now. This is the big one with all the different Sushi swap stuff. So this is what their 2.0 beta looks like. Sign the wallet message. You can't see it, but I'm signing a MetaMask notification. And then boom. So it checks. It knows that I have the chart to be able to do it. Anyway, I think Chart is doing well as a project, and the ChartX coin is doing well here. But I also would not necessarily buy this area right here because we're sort of in the middle of this trading range. We could go up or down here. So
that's ChartX, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get into the next one. We got quite a few to knock out, and only 10 minutes left in the show. So power through these. This one's from Leto Babel. He asked for UNISTAKE, not stake, but UNISTAKE.
Oof. Well, I mean, it's just gone, man. It's just gone. I can try and get you some resistance levels, but that's about all I can do for you.
And she's out of here.
Yep, she's gone.
Ooh, we haven't done Cosmos.
Well, I would look for 3 cents, 3.5 cents, or 3.5 cents, 4.5 cents, and 5 cents, basically. That's all I can do for you. I would be shocked if we came back all the way down here and retested here. And if we did, it would probably take a couple weeks. This is very bullish, yeah. So I would keep holding if I were you. There's obviously, as you can tell, there's no sell signals. And if you're not in it, then you missed it. What's next?
All right, let's keep it going. That's UNISTAKE. Congratulations to anybody in the UNISTAKE trade. Looking like a banger right now. Let's keep going, though. Quick update on Bitcoin. Can't help but notice it's still pumping. 35.6 and counting, guys. So let's fingers crossed. Bitcoin does see a bit more appreciation here. Next one is for Ethereum.
That's kind of the beautiful thing of sitting on your hands, guys, is we don't care which way it goes. And if it goes up, that's even better.
unless you're, of course, you're shorting it. But with that said, Quinton Long.
Exactly, like I said, sitting on your hands.
Quinton Long in the live chat says, if Ethereum goes long, do you have any price predictions? So kind of a general question, kind of in vein of our...
I don't think I do have any price predictions, because we looked at this the other week, and the price prediction places are here. It's like this spot. We'll look at it again.
Fib extension time.
It's fib extension.
Yeah, I mean, technically we're going into price discovery here, guys. On Ethereum, it's an all-time high. So yeah, we would. This is one of the few times that you'd actually utilize fib extensions.
Go gadget fib extension. Let's get it done.
Mm-hmm. There's a good place to draw this from.
Really wants to know if there's a double top on 15-minute and 5 chart. We don't look at those charts, my friend. You're gonna wash yourself out with just trying to predict price movements, and it's just gonna chop you up.
Yeah, so we found support here on the 4.236, and like I said, it's just gone. There's, it's totally beyond most price prediction things. Let's try doing it this way. We'll do it off of more recent price action. Here, it's here, it's here. Well, this has us at resistance right now at 1500, and then one more resistance level at 1680. That's it. This is the last resistance level I have access to on the weekly. This is what we got. So after, if Ethereum ends up more bullish than that, then I guess the TA just doesn't have a way.
Sometimes it doesn't, guys. Like,
let's have to guess.
Bitcoin breaking out, guys.
Yeah, thank you, Johnny.
Yeah, it's getting good when Johnny starts getting excited.
Yeah.
Sell it all, goddammit.
And here's the thing, I don't think this is a breakout. I think you need to prove to me that this is a breakout before, let's get a higher high first. But in the short term of things, yes, we do seem to be appreciating pretty quickly here.
All right.
Sure. Maybe it's a breakout. Like I said, we could totally hit 40K here.
Yep. Just can't know.
Let's get into the next one. Subtext in the live chat says, I'm just hoping for a throwback here. I think referring to Ethereum.
On ETH. Yep. I know exactly what she's talking about. She's hedged. But it's important to remember, subtext, that you're hedged. You're not losing any USD value. I know it hurts to see you losing some Ethereum, but at the same time, you're not losing any USD value. It's important to just stay calm and wait for the close, and if you get an exit signal, exit. If we close above the 60 hole, close that out. You lost that trade. That's fine.
Yes, stay zen. Remember the ways of the crypto samurai. There's no need to panic. You're in USD.
Listen to your senpai.
Yes, life is good. You are still likely in the right position, but Ethereum running away from it seemingly. We'll keep our eye on it. Let's get into the next request. This one is for BNB for Crypto Bull. What's Binance Coin doing?
We looked at BNB earlier in the show.
BNB's
remember
done.
it specifically looking pretty good.
All right, next one.
Yeah, it looks good. It looks good along with on the exchange token list.
All right, we got 5 minutes or so left in the show. Gonna knock out these last few. Thank you to everybody who submitted requests. Bird says EOS, Nano, OMG, Waves. Which of those do you want to look at?
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. I will look at Waves and Nano. We already looked at EOS, and that's too many requests. So.
Yep.
Waves happens to be one of the BTC pairs I took last night. Currently a little bit underwater, I believe 3-4% underwater, but we'll just have to wait till close to see if we close back above the 13, and then we'll hold on to it.
We have a long that we could take today on Waves. We couldn't take it yesterday. We didn't have momentum. We could take it today. So yeah, I think there's a trade here on the table you could take. Nano. Less impressive here. I don't like it. We're below the daily baseline here, hanging out right at the point of control. Nothing to do here. Not interested in it.
All right, brilliant. We got Nano and Waves knocked out lickety split.
Oof, Ethereum.
Ethereum indeed breaking out currently $1,512. We got the
This
Ethereum
is why it's
chart.
so great to have investments, guys. Because
got-
not all of it should be trading capital.
I've got Ethereum chart, mini chart on the bottom right, guys. If anybody wants to keep an eye on what's going on there, let's get into the next one. Cheesy Business H2O says AMP Bitcoin would be an interesting one to look at. What's AMP Bitcoin doing?
AMP?
Yeah,
Ample or AMP?
No, AMP Bitcoin, whatever that is.
I don't see why that would be that interesting to look at, but
We haven't looked at it yet, Alex. Cheese. Cheese and crepes.
let's get a better chart. All right, let's try CoinTrader.
I haven't heard bring up Ample in a long time. Is that still trading at $1?
No. Ample had a massive weekend actually.
Oh, did it? I haven't looked at it forever.
Yeah, you missed it.
Oh,
I missed it too.
I'm not worried about being in it, but there's so many things out there. Never feel bad if you miss something, guys. There's just so much stuff out there.
It could have found a bottom here. I just don't see anything particularly special about it. I would wait a little bit longer for just a little bit more confirmation or something.
So we're not feeling AMP, are we?
Not getting amped yet.
Not getting amped up, not just yet.
Well, maybe I'm wrong here. I mean, we got a nice break of the downtrend here. I guess I just wish we had more data. This is really hard to tell from here.
Yep, just a little too new to make any claims on that one. But let's if you're done.
I guess tentatively I am bearish here because that weekly looked a little bit like we had a reversal on the Bitcoin pairing and the market cap is making a new high. There's not enough data for me to really be confident in anything I have to say about it though. I'm sorry.
Alright, that's the best we could do on AMP. Let's get the last couple requests knocked out. We've got, well, maybe 5 minutes or so left in the show. This next one comes from Killer Craig in the live chat. Can you look at Tron? I don't think we looked at Tron yet, did we, boys?
TRX. Welcome back to $36,000 Bitcoin.
Why be in Tron?
Because Justin's son is the next Mona Lisa.
Mona
It's
Lisa.
nice that we have this break of the downtrend.
I see you switched your screen to a white screen.
I just don't see anything here on Tron that's super interesting. Look at the USDT pairing. If it's bullish, it's probably bullish because of Bitcoin, because certainly the Bitcoin pairing doesn't look bullish at all.
And it does appear to be slightly bullish there. Which might mean, go back to the earlier statement that you made, it might be a better idea to not be in these and be in Bitcoin.
It might be. I really don't know what's going to do better, guys, if it's going to be Alt or Bitcoin, but we're just...
All right. Let's. I'm gonna have to.
Inverse head and shoulders. If it is, it's a complex one. Strut. I'm sorry. What's next, Jack? I know you want to go on to the next one.
No worries. I'm mostly thinking of you, Alex. You usually like to wrap things up on time. I like to squeeze in everybody's requests before we wrap. But I just couldn't help but notice Tron looks hella wiki. Talk about a lot of wicks over that resistance. But yes, that's Tron. Thank you so much for that request. As Hyatt Says, gents, can you take a look at RSR USD, please?
Reserve rights. Let's take a look.
I reserve the right.
David Rice says he's amped, or he's not amped, he's buzzed. All right.
Any way you get there.
I like how we have held the previous swing high here. We do have a break of the downtrend here. Lower time frames, the trend is more like this. It's got potential, but I want more of a breakout first. I just want a little bit more confirmation right here. So if we stay in here and then break down, that'll be no good. But if you did enter here, you've got a place where you could easily put a stop. You'll know you were wrong if we break down below this area. So if I were you, I would wait for a break of this downtrend and then enter. And then if you did, I bet you could take this for some serious gains on reserve rights. But that's only if we break this. Okay. What's next?
All right, that was RSR. Thank you so much to Mr. Hyatt. Last couple, we got All Infinity requesting Maker, please.
It's not yet a trade, but it's starting to look really interesting, especially with this break of resistance right here. Break in resistance, we're above our baseline, our oscillator's curling up. It looks pretty good.
Wow, Maker doing big things.
Yeah, Maker's definitely been a standout lately.
What do you think? Take that long when it closes like that today?
I won't. No, like I said, we don't have enough momentum.
Yep, water's not quite there.
Yeah,
you have
water
everything
definitely.
else you need, but it just water's not there.
We could maybe get in a day or so, but not today.
Yeah, what I feel like will happen is you'll probably get a nice big old wicked candle out of this one, and then you'll probably go a little sideways and give you enough time to actually get that signal. That would be the moment to take it. But then again, it might just take off and you miss it. That's part of this game.
Part of the game, gentlemen. Let's keep the ball rolling. Got a couple left, and we're currently in overtime, so we really got to wrap the show. Next one is the graph GRT for gentleman TVXM in the live chat.
Also, not sure if he's listening, but I talked to a guy just before the stream who's never been in here before, and I wanted to make sure I gave him a shout out. I believe his name was Whatever Man. Yeah, Whatever Man. He's never been in the Discord or seen the stream, so I hope that he actually is enjoying what he's seeing for the first time, giving him a little bit better idea of how we do things around Kraken Crypto. So shout out to you, bud. Glad to have you.
Well, I would classify us as at resistance right now. I just wouldn't do anything right here. I certainly wouldn't buy in this spot, but we don't have a strong sell signal on the daily, so I wouldn't sell in this spot either. I would just keep holding if I were you, and then if we curled under, maybe consider selling then. Things look good on graph.
All right, that's GRT, the graph looking good. Hope you guys bought the dip on what looks like a quality coin. All right, we've only got 2 requests left. Sorry if anybody else dropped a request in late in the show. Unfortunately, we can't do them all, guys. Otherwise, the show would run 3 or 4 hours.
We'll go all day.
But I do want to get this one for Dan the Ant, who is also one of our channel supporters, recently joined. He says, can you look at STMX USDT? STMX.
Stem cell research.
Okay. Well, there's nothing for us to do. If you're in it, good job. I would just keep on. I would take profits, but then I would just keep on holding. There's really nothing to do.
These are things you avoid, my friend. If you're not in this already, you missed it. Go find something else.
Yep. If you're in it, congratulations. Nothing for us to do. What's next?
Final request is a series from Daniel, another channel supporter. Shoutouts to Daniel. ENJ BTC, DREP BTC, and AMB BTC.
No, we're not doing 3.
right.
Let's do ENJ and DREP.
Nothing
Nothing to do here while we're below the daily baseline. It's intriguing that we're holding the daily trend here, but it's not a guarantee of anything. So as long as we're underneath resistance and as long as we're underneath the daily baseline, nothing to do here.
Agreed. Hello.
Yeah, DREP looking really interesting here.
It's an impressive candle, but it's just too much volatility in one candle for you to take a real position here, especially without a higher high or anything.
Yeah, at this point, I would probably wait for the higher high before I entered.
Otherwise, this would be a full signal if it hadn't gone so far above the 60 hole.
It's just it's so big. It's above a qualifying line. It's just too volatile to enter. It's nothing to do on DREP. Here, let's look at the Bitcoin pairing real quick, at least.
Finally above 36,000, are we?
Yeah, I just don't see anything super appealing on the Bitcoin pairing either.
You right there, Johnny? I think Johnny's dying. And I don't think
Does Johnny know that he's still on?
I don't think he knows that he's not muted.
You're still on, Johnny. I unmuted
No, you're
him.
good, man. It's just funny. Just over here coughing up a lung.
Just getting the attack of the old COVID there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, don't say that on stream.
Yeah, let's avoid that word.
That's a bad word to use. 36,000, boys. We're above 36 again.
That's right, guys. Currently around 1,535 on
It's been
Ethereum.
a long, strange trip.
And Bitcoin seemingly breaking out. 36,000 has just been breached.
It's not a breakout yet, but
Are you guys
we're
excited?
appreciating.
Pretty close to breakout. At least you got to say Ethereum broke out at this point.
Oh, Ethereum is at all-time highs. Duh. I mean, I'm with that.
Ethereum looking pretty spicy. Let's look at the chart or look at our poll real quick before we move to wrap. Let me refresh this. We've got 65 votes in.
Nice.
I like that a lot. Let's drop the if you're not yet replied to the poll, here we go. Just drop the link in the live chat to our community tab. Check out the poll, leave a comment. So the question is, are you holding Ethereum, yes or no? And what is your Ethereum price prediction for 2021? Are you a conservative Ethereum bull targeting $2,000? Or are you a more bullish bull on Ethereum? We're targeting $3,000. Apparently that's the currently in the lead. 48% of respondents say yes, holding Ethereum, and we're going to 3,000 this year. Pretty bullish, not bad at all. Next runner up is 28% say yes, I'm holding Ethereum. We're gonna get to 2,000 this year. A little more conservative price estimate. Finally, looks like not too many people responded to the no. I'm holding Doji to $1 or to a penny. And not interested in crypto right now, 9% of respondents. All right, it's nice to see all types of responses in our poll here. Looking very good. Thank you to everybody who responded to that. And thank you everybody who joined us for today's Tuesday edition of the Breaking Bitcoin
Tell your
Market
friends.
Update.
Yeah, if you guys have anyone that you know that is interested in this stuff, like, all we can do is come out and do the same thing every day. And I think it's up to you guys who actually have a passion for this stuff like we do to kind of spread the word for us, because all we're trying to do here is help people along who are new to this space, and especially in such a volatile time and an emerging market, that we need to make sure people are taking care of themselves out there, not just trying to get rich quick. And unfortunately, a lot of people are going to make that mistake, but anyone that we can hold back or help learn something that they didn't know before, I think is a good thing. So spreading that knowledge around, I think it's just good for the space in general. So anything you guys can do to help, join the Discord, retweet the streams, anything you can helps us monumentally. You guys have no idea.
Yeah, well said. Thank you so much, everybody who joined us today, and of course, everybody continues their support of us and our work here. You're always, it's always highly appreciated. Everyone who comes in as a channel supporter, comes through the Discord, joins the premium, or heck, you just come here for the daily stream and hit the like button. That's
yeah, maybe just come for a few laughs. Who knows?
Guys, I think we got to move to wrap. We're currently almost 3:15, which means the stream has gone just a little over 2 hours. I'm sorry if we couldn't get to everyone's requests, but we did knock out quite a handful of them, so that's always good. I'm just looking at Bitcoin currently pulling back, people taking profit, 35,790. Let's see where Bitcoin goes. Are you guys excited? I know I am. 2021 is going to be a big year, and it might end up. I see quite a few people giving me shit, saying 2000's way too conservative. The year's barely started. We're going to hit 2000 by the end of the month, let alone this year. What do you guys think? Did I make the poll too conservative? Is $2,000 and $3,000 targets for Ethereum way too conservative, or are we going to the moon, guys?
I think it's responsible.
Ethereum 10,000, maybe that's what it should have been.
You should never have it in your mind that something's going to appreciate that much where people think that they can get that rich. I mean, conservatively, I think $2,000. I personally think we'll hit $2,000 this year, but conservatively, I think that's a good thing for people to shoot for until it's smashed through, of course.
A lot of DJ.
But you should be never assuming that things are just going to go straight to $10,000 or something like that.
Yeah,
like, that's idiotic.
I'm being told that 3K Ethereum comes this month, not this year. I'll save the last comment, but yes, I am getting absolutely smashed in the live chat, being told I'm a complete tard for putting a 2,000 as. I mean, clearly that's the target for end of day, not end of year.
We're only $400 away from it. I mean, getting close on it right now.
Certainly is, but I mean, I'm still in bewilderment, guys. I knew things were going to be exciting this year. I never imagined Ethereum. Ethereum was a major laggard, guys. Remember, like Ethereum was seemingly stuck under 1,000. People were wondering when we're going to see all-time highs in Ethereum again. I thought Ethereum's bull market was canceled, but Yazine in the live chat, I appreciate all your non-constructive criticism, but adios. All right.
We're a bunch of stupid guys.
Removed.
Good luck.
Good luck, yeah, right? Good luck, man. Like it doesn't do us any good. Like it doesn't hurt us at all. Like it would help you maybe, but
clearly we need to launch another channel for the Moon Boys where we only talk about Moon Boy targets.
I would be so upset if that's what I did.
Respect the pump.
Yep, respect the pump for sure. Bow down and everyone hail to the mighty pump, to the mighty crypto pump. This isn't something we gotta be conservative about.
I've been saying it for a while, and like with this whole GME stuff, and I was like, we've been talking about this for months. I mean, over years, on how we believe that this market is going to start emerging at an accelerating rate. I didn't think it was going to be like next week. You know, like it's starting to happen like right in front of our eyes, to where like, oh whoa, like it's, I don't know, it's like leaving me a little reserved.
Jackpot in the live chat says Doge to a penny. It's like at 3 pennies right now. Yeah, that's the joke. I'm expecting Doge to unravel. The meme coins have had their heyday. We live in the internet digital age, guys. The trends form and then they dissipate in the blink of an eye. I'm sure this is something Johnny can tell us about. How quickly do the atoms in the Hadron Collider
Hadron.
You heard me.
The what collider?
You heard me. You know, how long do those boson particles linger around for the detectors to take a reading of? Probably a microsecond or whatever the smallest unit of time is.
God, a lot less.
That's how I feel.
Oh God, a lot less.
That's about as long
probably
as...
around 5 or so nanoseconds.
Let's wrap the show before we have Jack do any more science.
Yes, indeed. But yes, that's about as long as the Doge.
You're such a Scrooge, Alex.
We got to be mindful of everyone's time, including Alex's, guys. We can ramble on for hours, but I think that's it for today's show. Stay safe out there, guys. Much love to the audience. Final word to our analysts and Johnny.
You first,
great
Alex.
day, everybody.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, thanks for having me on. It's been a great pleasure.
Yeah, always great to have you, bud. Always feel free to chime in. But for
Maybe
me,
next time we can get a few questions flying in my direction.
Oh, I would love that. It's just gonna be all of their questions are gonna go to the backside, and I'm just gonna ask mine. But I mean, my sentiment is the same as yesterday's guys. I told you I took my hedge off when I got the signal on the 13. I didn't trust in that initial long signal, so I just went flat on BTC. I'm just sitting spot, and right now it does appear that BTC might be proving that it might want to pick a direction here, but it still hasn't. So we're still sitting on our hands waiting for that right signal. So I would say just to be patient, wait for your system signal, and then trade it accordingly while utilizing proper risk management. That's all we can really do.
All right, Johnny.
Absolutely.
Anything to add?
Yeah,
Johnny?
I'm with Jason on this. I'm not full bull-tard yet, but I think just look for your
Full
signals,
bull-tard.
trade your system. Just look for your signals and trade your system. And don't get too carried away with all the hype.
Yeah, the hype is what kills people, guys. Like, if you're doing anything within the media, it's probably the moment to take a step back and realize what they're probably trying to do to you.
Yep, the hype has you buying 70 cent XRP. The hype has you buying 6 cent Doge. And the hype is what has you crying yourself to sleep at night, knowing your portfolio has been smoked, and you ask yourself, why didn't I just buy Ethereum or Bitcoin? It's up already 5 or 10% on the day. Well, you live and learn. Thank you for joining us, guys. And
It's been real.
It
We'll
has
see you tomorrow,
been.
guys.
Let's go to wrap.
Yeah.
Much love.
It's been a pleasure.
God, I want that accent.